Hey guys, I wanted to make this video to kind of show how I integrate IAP or intra-abdominal pressure into my lifting, so into kind of actual functional movements. So I'll grab a super band and tie it pretty tight around my belly. Before my set, I'll kind of go through a couple rounds of just creating a little pressure here so you can see my hands kind of moving apart as I push away the band. And then I like to go through some pelvic tilts as well, just to make sure my rib cage is stacked over my pelvis properly. I have a tendency to kind of overextend, which can lead to some back soreness and just not optimal IAP. So I'll set up over the bar here, lifting a huge 135. I'll go through a couple more pelvic tilts and just make sure I have my IAP set. So while I'm lifting here, I'm really focusing on two things. Number one is just keeping my rib cage stacked over my pelvis, so neutral spine, and then creating a lot of pressure in my abdomen, using the band as that kind of inward force to push out against. Here's the same thing from the front, just working through a couple of pelvic tilts, and then a couple of expansions right before I lift. Go Hawks. Here's a front squat. Again, I'll group some tilts and practice some pressurization right before I lift. Again, I have a tendency to overextend and anteriorly tilt my pelvis, which leads to a loss of IAP and some back soreness. So I'm focusing on neutral spine and pushing the band apart as I squat. So last one here with a hamstring curl. Again, the first thing I do is make sure my back is neutral by kind of squishing my lower back against the ground and creating some pressure with the band. I'm going to hold that kind of pressure and position of my pelvis through the hamstring curl. And because of this, I will still have some hip flexion. It's not going to be a nice straight line like this, where I'm purposely letting go of my pelvic tilt and allowing my back extensors to overarch and work over my core and intra-abdominal pressure. So we don't want to see that as much.